Can the Witch King defeat Gandalf? Isn't Gandalf a Maya? This is one of my favourite scenes in the entire extended edition. It's so good for a number of different reasons. Let's talk about it. First of all, from a storytelling standpoint, it builds tension, hopelessness, despair. That is why that scene is so good from a storytelling standpoint. How about a lore standpoint? It's still great. Now, granted, the Witch King can't just kick Gandalf's ass like that, especially Gandalf the White, but there are just so many people who are convinced that Gandalf would just destroy the Witch King, and that is just not true. To clarify, I do think Gandalf would beat the Witch King, but it would be an incredibly hard fight because they are incredibly evenly matched. But Gandalf's a Maiard, he's an angel, okay. This Balrog was a Maiard, and he was defeated by an elf named Glorfindel. This Balrog was a Maiard. In fact, this Gothmog, the Lord of the Balrogs, the most powerful Balrog and one of the most powerful Maiard of all time, he was also slain by an elf, Ecthelion. Hell, Fingolfin dealt 7 wounds to the devil. He died, obviously, but still. In early versions of the Legendarium Tuor, a man slew 5 Balrogs. That's an early version, but still. Huon the Hound subdued Sauron, the most powerful Maiard of all time. Now, yes, granted, Sauron was a werewolf at the time because he was trying to circumvent a prophecy, but still. Oh, and you know the prologue of Lord of the Rings? A man and an elf, High King Elendil and High King Gil-galad, defeated Sauron at the very peak of his power. Simply being a Maiard is not enough to say you cannot lose to lesser beings. Especially a wizard who is a heavily limited Maiard. And that limit isn't just a rule they can break, it's a limitation on their physical form. When Gandalf defeated the Balrog Durin's Bane, it killed him. He exerted so much of his power that he died. God sent him back because his work wasn't done. And yes, Gandalf the Grey fought several Nazgûl during Fellowship of the Ring. But the Nazgûl were instructed by Sauron not to use their full powers because they weren't supposed to have revealed themselves yet. That's one of the reasons why Aragorn was able to fight them off as well. And yes, Gandalf the White is much more powerful than Gandalf the Grey. But the Witch King during Return of the King is also much more powerful than the Witch King during Fellowship of the Ring. He was literally given added demonic force by Sauron. And yes, Gandalf does imply that he's the most powerful thing in Middle-earth besides Sauron, but then he also says that he's not sure if he can beat the Witch King. And again, I'm not saying Gandalf loses. Stop typing. I'm not saying he loses. I think he wins, but this idea that he completely obliterates is complete nonsense.